Jessica and Chris are going to start a scene. Whenever I feel like it, I'm going to yell out freeze. And then I'm going to poll the audience. And we're going to find out from you guys if you want to know what happened before the scene we just saw or after the scene that we just saw. And then how far and how long. So how about give me a business you could run out of your home, a home-based business.
Amway.
What was this back here?
Baking.
Baking out of your house, home-based business. All right? And take it away.
Stir faster! I can't believe with those scrawny arms that you are descended from me.
You know, Grandma, that really isn't the best motivational style.
And yet you're still making cookies.
I'm making cookies because we need to make the house payment.
Then you need to make bigger cookies.
Well, actually, I was thinking maybe we could make smaller cookies and charge the same amount and say that they're minis. Minis are all the rage.
You and your generation with your tiny electronics and your giant TVs.
I couldn't tear you away from our giant TV. You were watching a marathon of Judge Judy last week.
Well, of course I was. That woman is a saint.
Well, it's hard to argue with you on that one, Grandma, but seriously, I think that we are not equally pulling our weight in this business.
You are such a pessimist. You are such a pessimist. You got chicken pox, you said you were gonna die. You didn't. I made plans. Your cat gets a limp, you think it's gonna die. It didn't. I made plans. You got a microwave. You thought, hey, radiation, I'll never have children. You did. I had plans.
Freeze. Do you guys want to know what happened before this scene or after?
After.
I heard more before. How long before this scene?
20 years.
I heard 10 years. 10 years prior to this scene.
I'm really unsure about this microwave.
It's fine. It's been running since 1983. Works like a charm.
Well, I don't want to be so close to it. I have read sometimes people don't have children if they stand too close to it.
I'm kind of counting on it. You ain't pretty.
Grandma, you know, we take you into the house, we let you live here. There's something called humility.
There's something called respect. And you have to give it to me because I have outlived a turtle.
Boy, I miss Mr. Fluffy.
Well,
I wish he would have stayed alive.
I don't. It would have been 130 years old. That ain't right. If I can't live that long, neither can it.
You're getting pretty close.
Of course, I'm gonna outlive Mrs. Scuggins from next door.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
You didn't... Mrs. Scuggins is nice. She brings us snickerdoodles every Christmas. She is a wonderful baker.
Mrs. Scuggins set the whole bingo hall against me. Said I was-
Freeze. Do you want to know what happened before this scene or after this scene? How long after?
5 years.
I heard 5 years. 5 years after this scene we just saw.
I can't believe you said that to your own granddaughter.
Well,
She's only 4.5 years old.
well, she's not supposed to have her skirt tucked into the back of her pants.
Well, I know that, and you know that, but you can gently say something. You don't have to say what you said.
Yes, I do. That child is lacking morals.
Oh, Grandma, we try to do our best. And you have an uncanny way of pointing out everything that is wrong.
That's because everything's wrong. Nothing's right anymore.
Well, at least you and Mrs. Scuggins made up.
Yeah, I suppose so. Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
Just don't ask if she comes over here screaming about something in her slippers.
Wait a minute. You know, our turtle has been missing for the last week. Did you put Mr. Fluffy in Mrs. Scuggins' slippers?
I have plans.
And scene. Let's get it in.